It's always shut up and enjoy wrestling as long as the mark crowd, the smart crowd, the indie loving crowd gets what they want. For the last 13 years, they've gotten what they want. I would say the only time they didn't get what they want was during the pandemic when they started putting the belt on Big E, Bobby Lashley, people like that. But other than that, the last 13, you had Cena, Punk took it from him. You had The Rock, but you also had Daniel Bryan with the world champion. Like, you always had something at the top of the card for what you wanted. You always had something. But us, the one time it looks like, hey man, we might get something dope. We might get Roman Reigns actually coming to work and doing something that's going to advance this storyline and hopefully get to the end of the Bloodline storyline, because that's the real story that needs to be finished. We finally get there, and it's shut up and enjoy wrestling. Put Cody in the match. Cody won the Royal Rumble. The universe is fake. They make the rules up. Why can't they just have them bypass it this year? Why can't The Rock just be like, you know what? This is bigger than the WWE. This is about family. And just bypass Cody. Why we gotta do this? I'm just asking because y'all the same fans that were booing this man and didn't want him anywhere near Kenny Omega. Who else? MJF. Y'all didn't want him anywhere near the top of the card in AEW. Y'all wanted him to leave. Y'all hate him and his wife in real life. In real life, y'all hate him and his wife. But because he serves as a proxy to hate Vince McMahon, that's all this is about, WWE versus AEW, and Vince McMahon being the smart boogeyman for like the last 40 years. That's all this is really about, is McMahon hate in AEW versus WWE. That's all this is really about, is that Cody left. Cody told Vince, I'm out. I'm not doing this no more. Sue me, whatever y'all got to do. Forget y'all. I'm hitting the road. That's when Cody got the fans on his side. And then when he got them on his side, okay, let's stop right there. Let's pause because I want to be specific. Okay, Cody leaves, right? He Stardust. He writes the letter. He leaves. He then does a match in some New York promotion. I know because I watched the match, and it was him versus Kurt Angle. It was a really good match. I think he might have jumped off the top of the cage on Kurt Angle. Cody went on an indie tour. He popped up in NWA. He finished the story and won the NWA championship. Somehow that got wiped completely out of the WWE storyline. But that happened. He won the NWA championship, the belt his father is more closely associated with. He won that championship. He finished that story. But y'all keep telling me he didn't finish the story. It's all about the championship. He won it. He won the one his father is associated with. He also went to Impact. I believe he won the Impact Championship, but I'm not sure because they might have not put that episode online yet, or they might have took it down. But I remember him feuding with Moose. I remember it loosely, but I remember Cody having a championship when he went to Impact, but it might have been the NWA Championship. So I cannot remember what championship he had when he showed up in Impact. But you had that. Then you have All Out. Then you have AEW being formed. They make a new championship and give it to Cody. They make a brand new championship and give it to Cody, the TNT Championship. So now he has another championship. Now he's writing all his own stories. Now his wife is wrestling and y'all are hating it. You guys cannot stand it. He even wrote himself out of the AEW title picture when he lost to Jericho. He said, I will never challenge for this championship. I think he thought that by doing that, the fans would get on his side and they'll start to move. We want Cody moving to AEW, and then eventually he has to become the AEW champion because the fans just will not accept the fact that he's not going to get the title ever. But that never happened. The people started booing him, telling him to turn heel. He started being weird, coming out to the ring with like 50 people. Arn Anderson telling him to pick up the Glock and do work. Like, I remember all, like, some of y'all did not watch any of this that I'm telling you. People hated the Nightmare. By the time Cody left, they were booing the Nightmare Factory even though they were supposed to be faces. Cody Rhodes' wife was calling herself a black beep in the promo battle versus, who was she in the promo battle with? I forgot the guy's name, but she was in a promo battle with another manager, a guy, and she was like, well, I'm that black beep. She was saying this in the middle of an AEW ring, and the fans were booing her and booing Cody and booing Arn. What were they booing? Yeah, they might have been booing Arn Anderson too. Booing Arn. When he decided to come back in this war and become the first AEW to WWE transfer, the first person to jump the other way, that's when y'all jumped on his back, because that's when it became 100%. Y'all better take care of Cody. Vince, you better not ruin this. Vince, you better not ruin this. Whoa! That's when all the fans jumped on Cody. When he jumped back, y'all didn't like him in AEW. You didn't care about him in the Indies. You didn't care about him in NWA. You didn't care in Impact. But all of a sudden, when he comes back, y'all are so afraid of Vince. That is what it was about. It was about y'all were so scared Vince was going to book him into something y'all didn't want to see, even though y'all didn't care when he was booking himself. But the fact that Vince was booking him when he came back, y'all were so afraid. Remember, in the storyline, Cody Rhodes is the Vince McMahon appointed opponent for Seth Rollins at WrestleMania in storyline. So Vince McMahon was the entry point in this storyline of Cody coming back to finish some story, even though he already finished it multiple times. He already finished multiple stories. But we can't get the Bloodline storyline to ever finish because this guy got to come in with his story. He wrote a new story, even though he's already beaten the guy in his story. He already won the championship his father had. But he's written his new story because his father touched this title and they took it away from him. Okay, I get that. Why does that overshadow the 5-year story? It's been longer than 5 years. The 8-year story we've been telling of the NOI family. Royal Rumble 2015 was Philadelphia. Roman Reigns, Rock comes out. Roman Reigns eliminates Rusev. They boo. The Rock comes out, raises his hand. Then The Rock looks around like, what y'all booing for? That was 2015. So please stop saying there is no build to The Rock versus Roman. 2015. Also on The Rock's television show, Young Rock, they also teased the match. They also have been asking Roman Reigns every single time he goes on Jimmy Kimmel or any of these late night shows. They always ask him, when are you going to face The Rock? This is the only thing that people care about, and y'all took it away for Cody, fake indie star, AEW, Smart Rhodes.